Let's go.
Welcome to this week's BCU Wildcat Football Insider. I'm Lynn Thompson, and I'm inside Crank and Chrome Cycles here in Ormond Beach, along with our head football coach, Brian Jenkins. We're going to talk about the big 27-6 road win over Howard University in Washington, D.C. this weekend. But more importantly, Coach, we're going to also talk about the Biker Classic, the third annual Biker Classic, and you wanted to come up here to your friends here at Crank and Chrome because this is where you get your stuff from.
Definitely. Crank and Chrome has been very, very good to me. Been a very big supporter of BCU football and has helped, me and the rest of the coaches, with our toys, our bikes, of course, and Barry and his wife have just been wonderful. Anything that we need for our bikes, they're always there to help us.
Well, we're glad to come here and have the show done from here this weekend. But, Coach, you talk about power. Motorcycles have power. But so do Wildcat football players. Definitely. We try to train ourselves like motorcycles, and we try to be as powerful as them and as fast as them as well. Coach, it was indeed a powerful display of football this weekend in Washington, D.C. Inclement weather. The whole weekend it rained.
Right.
It finally cleared up a little bit right at kickoff, but nonetheless, you unleash an offensive arsenal based on running first, and you, quite frankly, just ran Howard into the ground.
Right, definitely. I mean, we were able to wear him down. We saw some tendencies through watching film and knew that we would be able to wear him down in the end, and we just needed to execute our offense and follow through with our game plan, and we did so, and in the end, we came out victorious. 27-6 was the final score. Let's take a look now at the highlights from Howard and BCU.
Well, the government may be shut down, but nobody's going to stop the Bethune-Cookman University Wildcats and Howard University Bison from doing battle here in Washington, D.C. Kickoff is upon us, Larry. These two teams first met in 1929.
Ronnie Barrow and Chevy Tony inside on the tackle for the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats.
Back to throw, quickly over the middle, completes to Jomo Gordon at the 30-yard line, trying to fight guards out to the 35. Here's the Mike, back to throw after faking the handoff. Down the left sideline, complete to Jomo Gordon at the 48-yard line into Bison territory. Puts on a move, gets to the 45, and a lot of dancing for just a few extra yards after the push in the bottom. Here's Wilson from the shotgun. Throws over the middle, complete Eddie Poole at the 35 down to the 31-yard line. It's good enough for a first pass out to Eddie Poole, complete at the 21st down to 15 and knocked out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Eddie Poole and working from the shotgun. He's got Anthony Jordan behind him. Handoff is to Jordan, dancing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Here's the snap and the handoff to Jordan across the 10, the 5, fighting still toward the end zone. Touchdown.
The big back carried everybody into the end zone.
Off to Jackson. Goes to the center, now cuts back right side, moving forward across the 10 to 5.
That's
toward the end zone, touchdown.
what I'm talking about. That's efficient.
Off left side, is that Dixon? White
Good touchdown there.
toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Larry Kelly here at Ritchie Cadillac, inviting you to stop by and discover why Cadillac is the top-selling luxury brand in Volusia and Flagler counties. Cadillac CTS has the performance, design, and luxury that make Cadillac a luxury brand leader. The CTS family has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 4 years in a row, and also has a 5-star safety rating. Test drive the Cadillac CTS today at Ritchie Cadillac on Nova Road in Daytona Beach, or visit us online at ritchieautos.com.
Welcome to my place. Come on, get in the game.
Get in the game at Vince Carter's, LPGA Boulevard at I-95, Daytona Beach.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, 13 institutions, all bringing the dreams of our student athletes to light. A premier NCAA Division I conference. We deliver excellence across the spectrum, uniting the diverse pursuits and talents of all our student athletes with the power of respect. For together, we are the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, achieving the dream.
Do you want to wear what the real Wildcats wear? You can get your official BCU Wildcat team gear from the comfort of your own home online at bcusportshop.com, the official online store of BCU Wildcat Athletics. Save your gas money. Avoid the hassles in the mall. Click on bcusportshop.com and get the best in Wildcat wear delivered to you in just 48 hours. bcusportshop.com, the official Wildcat online store. Welcome back to the Wildcat Football Insider. I'm Lynn Thompson here from Crank and Chrome Cycles in Ormond Beach, along with our head football coach, Brian Jenkins, as we recap the 27-6 win at Howard University. The Cats 15 straight. Coach, you're 25-3 in MEAC play over the course of your career here at Bethune-Cookman. But you're not concerned about that. You're always concerned about the next one up.
Right, I didn't even know that,
Right.
you know, because I don't keep track of things like that. My main focus is on the next game,
Right.
you know, and this next game that's coming up is going to be another tough one, and we're going to have to prepare for it at a high level.
A very much improved Savannah State football team comes into Daytona Beach and sets the tone for the Biker Classic, Coach. But let's go back to Howard. 14-0, you get the ball, you drive down the field, 2 touchdowns, the first 2 possessions. And then you get a little upset. You throw a flea flicker. Jackie throws an interception into the end zone, which thwarted a 3rd consecutive possible touchdown drive. Right. What were you thinking at that time? Because I saw that you got a little animated. And after that, it seems like it took a couple of series before we got our focus back.
Well, we didn't operate the play correctly. You know, both receivers didn't run precise routes like they should, and Jackie didn't throw, you know, a good ball for the receiver to catch, and because of that, it ended up in an interception. And you can't do things like that if you want to be a championship football team. So it really disturbed me because the execution of the play was not good, and so therefore it led to a turnover. And we got a little unraveled, you know, a little bit for a little while, and that threw us off pace. But good teams find a way to get back on pace and find a way to win ball games, and that's what we did.
You bring Quentin into the game, Coach, and Jackie, you can see banged his hand on a helmet. He was able to come back in the football game, of course. Right. But you insert Quentin. Right,
we inserted Quentin because Jackie, like you said, banged his hand on the helmet, and Jackie felt like he couldn't grip the ball, especially due to the weather. Right. So we put Quentin in, and we felt very, very comfortable with Quentin, and he got in and did some good things and led us down the field and got us some more points on the board.
So, Coach, you go into the locker room thinking you could be up 21-0, but it's, 14-6?
Right. Right. It's 14-6, but the good thing that shows is that, Howard ended up getting 2 short field possessions, and our defense was able to buckle down and hold them. And that's the one good thing. When you got coaches like Coach Jones and Coach Sims, Coach Lane, and Coach Williams, who can always have that defense ready for any situation, pressure situations, then you can feel very confident and comfortable as a head coach that they're going to get the job done and that the offense will pull it together and end up putting the points on the board.
And they did, and Coach, but defensively, you were concerned about Greg McGee, who was the top quarterback in the league.
Right.
And you did a masterful job of containing this young man. He did not run the ball. Hard licks on him. They finally take him out of the football game late in the 4th quarter, but the containment was there.
Right, definitely. And that, once again, that speaks volumes about the coaching staff that I have defensively. They put in a tremendous game plan, got our young men to understand, what we wanted to do, got our young men to operate the game plan at the highest, and because of that, we were able to contain what I consider is probably the most complete quarterback in the league.
Coach, finally, before we go to break, special teams, I saw you also get animated out of a block extra point. And that's what, the 3rd this year?
That is. And it was just, once again, poor execution. We were slow in operation time. And then our kicker, just operated poor kicking technique, which caused the ball to be low, and the block the kick was blocked. And when you're going down the stretch, you're trying to win the championship, every point counts.
Absolutely.
And you cannot have poor execution like that.
Well, that closes the book on the 27-6 win over Howard University. We'll come back in just a few moments. We'll talk about the players of the game, the Biker Classic, and here's something unique. We've got several coaches who are bikers, and we're going to catch them in this element here at Crank and Chrome with their bikes and talk about the passion of biking and football. All of that and more in just a few.
Welcome to my place. Come on, get in the game.
Get in the game at Vince Carter's, LPGA Boulevard at I-95, Daytona Beach.
Larry Kelly here at Ritchie Cadillac, inviting you to stop by and discover why Cadillac is the top-selling luxury brand in Volusia and Flagler counties. Cadillac CTS has the performance, design, and luxury that make Cadillac a luxury brand leader. The CTS family has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 4 years in a row, and also has a 5-star safety rating. Test drive the Cadillac CTS today at Ritchie Cadillac on Nova Road in Daytona Beach, or visit us online at ritchieautos.com.
Do you want to wear what the real Wildcats wear? You can get your official BCU Wildcat team gear from the comfort of your own home online at bcusportshop.com, the official online store of BCU Wildcat Athletics. Save your gas money. Avoid the hassles in the mall. Click on bcusportshop.com and get the best in Wildcat wear delivered to you in just 48 hours. bcusportshop.com, the official Wildcat online store.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, 13 institutions, all playing to win with dignity.
On and off the field.
Sportsmanship. It's more than playing by the rules.
It's playing smart.
It's not just winning.
It's taking each loss as a lesson.
It's about respect for your opponent, for yourself.
Because the game isn't just about the score.
For our student athletes, the goal isn't just a line on the field.
It goes beyond.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Sportsmanship is the way to play.
Here on the Wildcat Football Insider, we're subject to do anything at any time. Proof of the pudding, we're here outside of Crank and Chrome Cycles here in Ormond Beach. And while we normally do our player profile here, we thought that it would be great to do a profile on many of our coaches who are bikers. In fact, the first guy we want to talk to is Terry Williams, our defensive back coach. Terry's been here 16 years with the Wildcats, former Wildcat All-American and second-round draft pick of the New York Jets. Now you found something that replaces you playing football, and that's the power of controlling a bike like this. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir. And that, it just, hey, when I get out on that road, I just ride and let everything, hey, my mind is free.
And coaching high-level football like this, you got to be able to get away from the team, the pressures and the stress. And how often do you ride, Coach?
Oh, I ride just about every other week or two, you know. And once I get take my time and just get out on the road and just ride.
Coach, you got on this big, these are shoulder pads, man. You ready to tackle somebody too, aren't you?
First of all, you got to think about safety too when you're out here riding. So I make sure I put on the proper gear and I just ride.
But you still will tackle somebody, won't you?
Oh, of course.
Now, we're going to go over here to our recruiting coordinator, Lamal McCray. Lamal, you coach the tight ends, but now have you ever thought about going on an official home visit driving this?
Oh, yeah, I thought about it. It'd be pretty cool. I'm sure the kids get a kick out of it, and the parents be like, wow, that coach there, what he got going on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it shows that you have a passion other than football, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, we work hard. You know, people think football is just fun, but for us, it's our job, it's a career, it's our passion. And we spend a lot of hours, you know, in the office, watching film, breaking down stuff. So getting out to clear our minds, ride the bike, it really helps us out to kind of calm down, keep us even keeled.
But you heard Terry talk about safety first always, and you practice that on the field, you practice that in life, but out here on the road, you got to be safety first, right?
At the end of the day, you want to make sure you come home to your family. You know, we're fathers, we're husbands, so we make sure we definitely come home every single night. So, yeah.
How much does it cost to fill this sucker up?
Oh, it's wonderful, Coach. It's a good $12, we're good to go.
I might want to get a bike. Thanks, Coach. Let's go over here now to our associate head coach, Terry Sims. Terry, you keep this thing waxed up pretty good, don't you?
Have to. It's part of me.
Yeah, just like, I mean, okay, let's look at the shoes. Now, these are great. They look like orthopedic shoes, but they really are safety shoes for bikers, aren't they?
Yeah, you have to be concerned about safety. Have to have your glasses on, have to have a helmet, and you have to have the proper footwear.
You heard Lawal and Terry both say getting out on the open road really relaxes you. It takes you away from the stress and the pressures of the day-to-day grind of coaching football and mentoring young people. Is that really why you do this?
No doubt. I mean, we have a stressful job, man. It's nothing like being out on the open road. Takes your mind away from everything else that's going on. It just puts you at ease.
Now, you tell the football players, particularly when the wide receivers are coming against your linebackers and defensive backs, that you got to have your head on a swivel, right? Is that how you have to be as a biker?
Yes, you have to be offensive and defensive when you're riding a bike. You have to ride for yourself, and you also have to ride for the other people on the road.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. And $12 a gallon or $12 to fill this up?
$12 to fill it up.
Yeah, I might have to get a bike, y'all. Let's go to the defensive coordinator. Now, you heard him say you got to be defensive and offensive minded. How can a defensive coordinator be offensive minded?
Real easy. Just hit the throttle. I just put it down. A lot of times you have to, if you get into traffic, especially out on the highway, you may be next to a truck or something like that. You've got to accelerate to get beyond that truck. You don't want to get caught in the airflow of that truck. It's going to cause you some turmoil on your bike.
Now, Yogi Jones, you're one of the top defensive coordinators in all of college football, and I mean that's true. You can laugh all you want to laugh, fans. Look at the stats, y'all. Okay, and when we talk to Coach Jenkins, he'll say that.
Coach Jenkins, can he give me a boost on that?
We're not going to tell his agent that. Okay, but the reality is that Coach, you know, what about your players who see you riding this and they say, I want to ride too? I know you have to talk about safety first.
Well, there's no question about it. I learned how to ride in high school. Yeah. I took a course. It was a lot like driver safety in high school for car driving, and to ride it's definitely a relaxer. It's something that you can have fun with. It's a family thing. If you see here, I've got a second seat where I can ride my wife. Yeah. It's really enjoyable. I'd recommend it, but I'd recommend that you take a safety class. Don't just go get a license. Take a safety class and do it the right way.
All right, Coach, thanks so much. Thanks. Now we're here with Coach Jenkins. And, Coach, I know you're looking at your watch. These guys got to go. Where are you going to let them go?
Well, they got to go get ready and get prepared to play Savannah State.
Crank it up, guys. Y'all get on out of here. The boss man says it's time to leave. See you back at the shop. Well, Coach, so I guess you're going to let the brain trust take on off, and we'll sit here and finish the show, right?
Absolutely. Let's finish the show.
Now, we're going to go inside after the next break, and we're going to meet Barry Zinn, the owner of Crank and Chrome Cycles, and he's a guy that outfits a lot of bikers, and you trust him, don't you?
Definitely. I definitely trust him. He's one that built my bike, and matter of fact, he's in the process of building another bike for me, so he's one of the top guys in Daytona.
Well, speaking from one of the top guys in college football, we'll be back in just a few.
Larry Kelly here at Ritchie Cadillac, inviting you to stop by and discover why Cadillac is the top-selling luxury brand in Volusia and Flagler counties. Cadillac CTS has the performance, design, and luxury that make Cadillac a luxury brand leader. The CTS family has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 4 years in a row and also has a 5-star safety rating. Test drive the Cadillac CTS today at Ritchie Cadillac on Nova Road in Daytona Beach or visit us online at ritchieautos.com.
Welcome to my place. Come on, get in the game.
Get in the game at Vince Carter's, LPGA Boulevard at I-95, Daytona Beach.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, 13 institutions, all bringing the dreams of our student athletes to light. A premier NCAA Division I conference. We deliver excellence across the spectrum, uniting the diverse pursuits and talents of all our student athletes with the power of respect. For together, we are the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, achieving the dream.
Do you want to wear what the real Wildcats wear? You can get your official BCU Wildcat team gear from the comfort of your own home online at bcusportshop.com, the official online store of BCU Wildcat Athletics. Save your gas money. Avoid the hassles in the mall. Click on bcusportshop.com and get the best in Wildcat wear delivered to you in just 48 hours. bcusportshop.com, the official Wildcat online store. Welcome back to the final segment here of this week's BCU Wildcat Football Insider. We're here at Crank and Chrome Cycles in Ormond Beach, and sitting here with Coach Jenkins and I is Barry Zinn, the owner, a good friend of Coach Jenkins. Thanks for letting us come here.
No, I appreciate you guys coming here and doing this. This is awesome.
You hear us talk about passion in football, but really, when you talk about biking, it's a passion too, because you find professionals, folks from all walks of life who share the same passion as biking.
Yeah, it's not just a passion, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys download, when they get on their bikes, they're downloading, they go for rides up the coast or out to the forest, whatever they do. It's a way to release, you know, it's very relaxing.
Well, you said right before we started rolling tape here that your wife and yourself went to Amelia Island down to Fernandina Beach to have dinner.
Yes. Yeah.
Talk about that, being out on the open road, and what does it do to allow you to decompress?
Well, let's say that you and your wife have a little spat before you leave. You know, you get on the bike and you're in your zone. You're not worried about anything. It's just you and the road. And if you got a radio, you got the radio in the background playing some good music, and it's just so relaxing. It's hard to describe if you haven't been on a bike. It's just really hard to describe. It's almost euphoric.
Okay. All right. Well, now Coach Jenkins has based on what I know about you, Brian, there are three passions: football, biking, and fishing.
Right.
Do you have a product that he could hook a boat up to his bike and take that to the St. Johns River and then put his boat in? Not yet.
No,
right?
but we can customize a jet ski for you.
Okay. But when you see guys like Brian that come in here, you know, because he is so intense during game days, but as a biker, you can't use that same level of intensity, can you?
Not really. You got to be really relaxed when you ride, because if you're really stiff and angry and just not in the zone, if you want to use that term, not in the zone, you're going to have problems. You're going to speed. You're going to miss that stoplight. You're going to cut somebody off. It's not a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
you got to be very alert.
Okay.
Very alert, not only for what you're doing, but also for your surrounding as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And safety first, of course.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, you talk about in the zone, Coach. Two guys that were in the zone offensively and defensively for you this past weekend. Jomo Gordon, number 17. Big catches and almost broke a couple of touchdowns.
Right.
Let's talk about this
definitely, Jomo's been coming on as we get later and later into the season.
Right.
And to see him perform the way he did not surprise me. But it just goes to show that, I've been telling people we can throw the ball if need be and make plays throwing the ball, and he did that Saturday.
You're absolutely right. Big possessions, a couple of third down possessions, particularly when everybody looks to focus on Eddie Poole.
Right. And that's the thing that we laugh about as a staff. Everybody looks to Eddie Poole, but we got at least 3 or 4 other guys who can play and have the ability to play at a high level like Eddie Poole.
Yeah. Now, defensively, your secondary was on notice all week long.
Mm-hmm.
We're going up against the top quarterback.
Right.
Deion Hanks responded to the call.
Right. Deion Hanks definitely responded to the call, which Deion has always done. He's one of our toughest players. He's one of our most consistent players as well. So, Deion did a tremendous job, and that goes all the way back to Coach Williams preparing him during the week.
Okay.
So, like I said, that wasn't a surprise at all either.
Okay. Now, Barry, when you look in terms of this week, the Biker Classic, maybe a couple 100,000 bikers in the Daytona Beach area. Where are some of the places that our fans who are bikers should go this week? Other than the Biker Classic football game.
Well, there's several venues around town, of course. You've got Destination Daytona doing their thing. Mm-hmm. You've got Main Street, which is never ending on Main Street. You got a little thing going on Beach Street. Mm-hmm. The track has some stuff going on now, last couple of years. You've got
the area Midtown down by Bethune-Cookman.
Right, the area Midtown.
Second Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And we all call it Second Avenue.
Second Avenue,
right.
yeah.
Right.
They call that a separate thing though, don't they?
I'm not sure. I just know it's a bike gathering, so that's where I go.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
But yeah, just all around town, you got the Cabbage Patch way out there, for the coleslaw wrestling. Mm-hmm. Something we said real fast is when you ride a bike, you got to be offensive and defensive.
That's true.
When you ride a bike. So what a segue, huh?
That's right. You're absolutely right. And before we go, I just want to thank you for letting us come up and set up here.
Thank you.
And for those of you who need accessories, make sure you come up to Crank and Chrome Cycles in Ormond Beach, and Barry will take care of them. Get the Brian Jenkins family discount.
There you go.
We're out of time here. We're out of time.
Oh, come on, man.
But I'll tell you what, this coming Saturday, 4 p.m., Municipal Stadium, the Cats seek to continue their streak, 16 straight MEAC games. They're ranked currently 16th in the nation. Come on out. The Cats and the Tigers. It's going to be a cat fight in MEAC football, Daytona Beach. For Brian Jenkins, for Barry Zinn, Wildcats, I'm Lynn Thompson. See you at the ball game.